Welcome to my debate of the week, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually being done pretty early in the morning, so I can't talk too loudly. But, you know what? I had to make this video because of what's been going on for the last year, 4 days or so? Because of what's been happening in pro wrestling, where there is literally a purge going on. Because of so many allegations of sexual assault, rape, pedophilia, what's going on that happened in WWE, where now the Velveteen Dream is having issues, where Matt Riddle's having issues, where Jack Gallagher has been released, Sammy Guevara in AEW has been put on suspension, one of the CEOs of NWA with allegations resigned. This is just a huge mess. And here's the thing. Understand this. I am not for anyone to be harassed, sexually assaulted, raped, and any other garbage. And I understand for a person like myself, being a male, it's more personal for me because I went through child abuse as a kid. I may not look it, but I was abused as a child. And I'm not afraid at near 50 years old, I'll be 49 this year, I'm not afraid to say that I was physically abused, mentally abused, and sexually violated. It happened to me. And it has always affected me. It made it hard to be with anybody. I can understand one of the reasons why my ex-wife left. She wasn't too good herself because she went through her own mess, and I'm not going to say that on this video no matter if she sees it or not. I have respect for her. Even though we don't talk and she may not like me, she may not even care, she may think of me as a piece of garbage, but I'm not going to disrespect her on this platform. It's just not going to happen, and I don't need to do that. But I have gone through something like that. I have been treated badly as a kid and have been bullied. And in one instance, I'm not going to state what happened to me in a classroom one time, but let me put you in disrespect. The humiliation that I received would easily drive someone to suicide at that time. Luckily for me, I did not understand what suicide was and didn't try to kill myself. But what happened to me would put someone to suicide. It would have. So I was incredibly lucky that I didn't have that mindset. At least until 1998, when my marriage was a big mess and I did try to consider and almost commit suicide. Luckily, I didn't go through with it. And I didn't get hurt, but I see this situation. I see what happened to that girl. I can't remember her name now because we had talked about cyberbullying before when it came to JD NYC 206, when people got upset when it came to him saying a very, as I said, colorful remark on his channel. And as I said on my video at that time, he is an old school type of person that has very colorful, well, people nowadays are extremely sensitive. Way more sensitive than used to be 20, 30, or even 40 years ago. People had a lot more thicker skin. And the situation right now is this, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to make this clear. I am not deflecting what has happened. If a lot of women in pro wrestling have been sexually assaulted, sexually abused, have been raped, and any other thing, treated badly by words or actions, if the guy is legitimately found guilty in an investigation, jail. Flat out, if it's warranted. Loss of job, warranted. Loss of pay, warranted. But here's the thing. Here is the thing that not many people are understanding. We don't know if this is true. And until a case is brought, until people are taken to court, or until police are called in to do an investigation, giving people any type of investigation where they start questioning you, checking into your own emails, checking into your computers or any of your possessions at home, where these allegations, where some of them are very severe, like the Velveteen Dream is being considered a pedophile because he was messing with a 15, 14, or 16-year-old girl or girls. Until you legitimately bring the police in, bring an investigator to bring these people to court, or to bring them in front of an investigator and a detective, if necessary, we are being way oversensitive. Because it has been proven multiple times, like with Enzo Amore, where this guy was legitimately ostracized from WWE. He wasn't like that much when he was in WWE, even though he was a draw. Wasn't a great draw, but he was drawing fans. And once his allegations came in, and legitimately, he made the mistake not telling the company this was going on. I will give it that. It's understandable if they suspended him without pay. He doesn't come to work. He doesn't get paid. But they got rid of his ass before they found out that he was innocent. He was innocent. There was nothing about the WWE withdrawing what they did and asked him to come back. Doesn't mean he didn't get the offer, but there probably wasn't any offer to come back. They were done with him. Jack Gallagher's is giving an allegation of real assault, but there's no proof yet. For Matt Riddle, he's gotten a lot of that heat. For Velveteen Dream, he's getting heat, but without them even checking, they get rid of him. And I just saw the Wrestling Inc. podcast, and I saw Glenn Rubenstein and Raj Geary, and the way they were stating this, like it was fact, was wrong. They have no proof if this is fully factual in anyone's count, unless they state that they've already done the investigation and they're going to be taken to court. Like a large chunk of UK wrestlers from NXT UK have been brought up to suspicion or allegation, but no court appearances have been made. Supposedly there isn't investigations yet. Until there is, we don't know what's going on. Now, like I said earlier, if these guys are legitimate, and if there's any girls, remember guys, women do this as well. Do not think that Fabulous Moolah or Mae Young didn't have something on the side where they were doing some nasty shit to women. Remember, women can do this as well. So don't think this is all men either. It's got to also be possibly women. Remember, Shimmer is a woman's promotion. Not saying it's all run by women, but there are women who work in those type of promotions that use other women. Will they be investigated? If there's a double standard, as I know it is, no. And they should be. Whoever uses someone in any type of sexual act or some type of assault or abuse, they need to be brought in. But I'm also saying that anyone, no matter even if it's a woman, I don't care if she's the most sexiest woman on the planet that takes care of kittens and even goes to church every day. If she's bringing up allegations that are totally false, the woman should either lose pay, lose her job, or if she brings allegations up where the man goes to court, she should be countersued after it's found that he is innocent and be forced to either lose money, also could face court time. And that's how it should be. Defamation of character, or if it's a federal offense where the guy has been found in allegations and is considered a federal offense that he's going through, the woman should also have to go through it as well. Now, does that mean it'll happen? Hell no. Our system is very double standard. And I'm not saying that things like this don't happen. But with social media being the way it is, Twitter, I have an account on Twitter for my amateur hour show. I don't use it. I'm not a big Twitter person. I don't care about Twitter. I rarely even look to see if my account even is still in existence. But I have seen enough of Twitter to see how toxic Twitter is so toxic and so 100% biased in many ways, where anybody can say anything they want. And people are so biased that when they hear it, they believe it 100% without checking to see if it's true. Here's an example. Vic Mignon, a guy who did the voice for Crow on a web series called Ruby. He's still fighting to try and get his name cleared. So many allegations from other actors, many of them women, stating that he was being rude and very verbally abusive. And because they stated it without proof, because there was no proof, none, he lost huge amounts of parts. And from what I understand, he still can't work. He's a voice actor and he can't work in voice acting. The industry has closed him off. And there was no proof that it actually happened. And if it's found truthful that this guy was screwed over by either one or multiple women who just wanted him gone because they wanted a better partner, would not be able to get it because his name is better than hers, not because he's a man, but because he has the guy has at least 70 to 80 movies, animation, with his voice work. He earned his right to be considered a big name because a lot of those movies that went on streaming or were bought on Blu-ray made great money. He's been doing voice acting for years. He earned his reputation. And if a woman or women tried to just get rid of him because they want to get better opportunity, not because he abused them, but because he was just bigger than them, because he earned it, it just shows you how bad it is. And most of that allegation, well actually all of it, came from Twitter. So I state this to anyone who sees this. Please, listen to my words. Find out proof first before you make the final assumption that this wrestler, male or female, deserved to not only lose their job, lose pay, or to be abused on Twitter. Find out if this person is legitimately an abuser. Find out if this is true or not first. Because as I see it right now, there is a purge in wrestling. Is it right? I don't know. Because there's no proof yet to prove that these people that are in the United States, that is in, from what I understand, there was several people got dropped in ROH. Definitely in Impact Wrestling, Joey Ryan is gone because of allegations of how he does his character. He did it in real life. Jake Chris, I think it's Jake Chris, or Dave, I think it was Jake. He's gone as well, and I don't even know what happened with him. Sammy Guevara has now been suspended. His pay is being sent to a home for women. I can't remember what charity it is. And he's going through sensitivity training because of a comment he said 4 years ago. If it was a recent comment, I would easily say this is what he deserves. But it's a 4-year-old comment. He was 22 years old, a stupid kid. And I'm not saying what he said was right. But like I said, Twitter can be toxic and make you say stupid things. Before you jump down someone's throat, find out the facts first. And see if the facts are warranted. Remember, a lot of times when people say things years ago does not mean they have the same attitude now. People make mistakes. But the way people are these days, they don't want to hear that you make a mistake. As long as you make one mistake, they want to kill you for it. Someone will probably find something on me and try to kill me for it. And if it be warranted, yeah, I deserve it. No matter if I don't want it or not, I would deserve it. But if I don't, why do it? Without proof first. Find out. Think. Don't just react. Act. Think. That's what I'm doing. I'm not saying anybody guilty until I find out there's actual proof. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to be wary of them. But it's just me. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.